I'm Scott Cooper from Go One, and today we're going to show you how to use a green screen for video, so you can turn this into this. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got a green screen here. We've got this one from a video shop, but you could go into any craft shop where you can get green material. Make sure it's covered on your wall. The important thing that it's not too reflective, and just make sure it's fixed. Try and avoid shadows where possible. We've got two LED lights here that we're using. One to light up our background, and we've got another one over here for lighting the talent. So the idea is that we want to have the background lit as evenly as possible so that there's no shadows. This way, when we superimpose our photo on the background, there's no shadows following anything around. If we come around here, you can see we have a tripod out here, and we just have an adapter on here where you can stick your iPhone, and that's where we'll run some audio into. If we come over to the table here, these are the microphones that we're going to be using for this setup. So we have a condenser microphone that we'll run into our laptop. We have a lapel mic. We actually have two lapel mics and extender leads that will then run into the MacBook, which we will capture through QuickTime. And we actually can run two of those in, as we have a little splitter box here, and then that will allow us to bring in two audio sources. Then when we're mixing the sound later, we can have two different sets of audio that we can mix together and get a nice whole sound. So let's have a look at how we're going to set that up. So we're going to set up our audio now. What we've got is two lapel mics. Now I've just run this one up under my shirt and then clipped it onto my collar here. And that comes out here. We've actually got an extender that we can plug in here so that I can be on this side of the room and run through. And this is actually going to plug into my phone, which is going to sit on the tripod where you're looking at me from at the moment. We've also got a microphone down here, which is going to capture the room noise, and that's running into a laptop and capturing through QuickTime. So you can open QuickTime, you can go new audio recording, and then that's set up ready to go. If we're running two lapel mics, we have the adapter here, and we can just plug the two different mics in here and then stick that into our phone, and we're ready to go. Now the way we're recording the video is simply on an iPhone or your Samsung device. You can put it in the tripod, we run the audio in, nice and easy, and everything comes out in 1080, which is fantastic for online video. Now I'm going to explain how we can sync the sound with our video. Because we've got two sound sources, we need to make sure they sync. The easiest way is to push record on both devices, come stand in front of the camera, and then simply clap. And then when you pick up your audio, you can then line up the vision with the clap, with the audio of the clap, and we're ready to go. So that's all your recording set up, ready to go. All you got to do, hit record, set your audio in motion, and then you're going to have your output files. What we'll do next is take a look at how you can pull that into iMovie and edit it together into a finished product.
Okay, now we're in iMovie. All Macs have iMovie installed as standard. If you want to find it, just click the search button up the top, type in iMovie, and you should be able to bring that up nice and easily there. You can then click Create New, and we're going to create a new movie. What we're going to do is go and import some new files into this event. So import media there, and then we can find our files to import. And we're going to select the event we want to import it to. Two files and import selected. You can see the files there, and I've already imported a couple of backgrounds that we're going to use for the green screen. So the first thing we'll do is we'll drag one of those backgrounds down onto our board there, just like that, and then we're going to bring our green screen video on top. Now what we're going to do is just extend through that background so it runs all the way through the whole clip. You just drag the end of the clip like that and snap it to the end there. Nice and easy. What we'll do now is actually activate that green screen. So we can just go up, click on that first button there, and then select green, blue screen. That will replace anything that's green with our background. So it's important not to wear anything that's green while you're doing this recording. Now we're going to drag in our audio, so we can just drop that below the image. And then we want to have a look at lining up the two claps there, as you can see. There's a big spike there, so it should be nice and easy to line up. We can just drag that down until we get to line up, and you just test that to make sure that it works. We've got the visual and we've got the audio spike, so it's very easy to make sure it's lined up. Now we click on the microphone up the top there, and we can see we can adjust the audio level on this. So we might want to increase that audio to make it a bit louder, or we might drop it down. You can also grab the bar there on that clip and just drag it up and down. That's a very easy way to adjust your audio. So we normally bump up the lapel mic a little bit higher and drop down the background, the condenser mic a little bit lower, just so we get that good balance. But we still have some room sound there. Now what we're going to do is just scroll down. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. We just do that by sliding that little slider along. And what we're going to do is trim the clip. So we want to get rid of that start bit now, because we obviously don't want the flap in the clip. So we can just go click on the clips, and we can do Control B, which will break the clip. And then just delete the segments we don't want. Just like that. And then we've got our start of our clip when we want it now. And we're just going to tie off the end so everything's lined up nicely, and drag the little audio slider there across, which will then fade out our sound. I'm also going to pull in some background music. So I've got some background music already loaded in. We can import that the same as our other files, and we just drag and drop the same way that we did with our other audio. So I've just got that in the background there, and we're going to change the sound level down to about 9%. So it's just background music, and it's not too dominant. We still want to be able to hear the voice audio over the top. And again, we'll taper that out just a little bit there, so it fades out nicely at the end of the clip. Now we're going to go and put some titles in the front. So there's a heap of standard titles already loaded into iMovie. So all you're going to do is pick the one that you like and drag and drop it into the front of the clip. So we're just going to grab a nice simple one here, and we're going to drag and drop that in front of our image there. All we're going to do is enter the text that we want to display. Now a lot of these already have animations built into them, so this is actually a fade in, fade out one, so that'll automatically happen. Just click the big tick up there. So it fades in nicely and then adds into our clip. We're also going to put in a little subtitle over the video, and there's a lot of those in there. They're lower third clips, so you can just drag them and drop them on top of the actual video, and you'll see that just brings up a title. So if you did want to point out anything in your video with text, you can do that as many times as you want through it, just by dragging that on there. Again, that's easy. We just put in our text and then hit the tick once again, and that's ready to go. Now we'll just test that. So it fades in, and then it will fade out again. Now we want to add some transitions, so everything moves smoothly. There's a heap of standard transitions. We generally use fade to black for a lot of things. We normally start with a fade to black and end with a fade to black, but in between there's a range of different transitions that you can use. For this one, we're going to use a cross dissolve between the intro and the clip. We just drag them into place in between the clips there. And that'll give us a nice little smooth segue into the video. One final thing we're going to do here, you can do this at any stage, is we're actually going to crop the video. So if we only want to show the top of my body, we can just go into the crop setting, crop to fill, and then just drag the box and move it around to where we'd like it. And we hit the tick, and then we can see that that's only going to show the part of the video we want to see. This allows you to trim out anything that's around your screen. If a bit of your green screen is shown, we can do that. Now we're going to export the clip, so we can do that by going File, Share, Export, in the File, We're going to leave the settings as are, just hit next, and then it'll give us a location where we'd like to save the clip. And we can just hit save. You can see the progress of your export up in that top right corner of your screen there. The little circle, you'll see the wheel start to fill up slowly as the clip is processing, and then once it's complete, you'll get a notification from iMovie to say the clip is complete. You can see I've got the notification here to say that a clip is ready, go show, and now file is there. Just open that up and we can now watch a finished video. Clip can now be uploaded to YouTube quickly and easily, and then it's ready for embedding on your website, blog, or wherever you would like to show it. Thanks for watching.